So welcome to another Thursday in the Pagan Perspective. I'm your Thursday host Yeka, and this week we're talking about, well, supportive families and individuals who kind of attack your beliefs. So our topic comes from Willow, and I'm going to have the full topic posted below. It's a little bit longer, so I'm just going to go ahead and paraphrase. They say that they are 20 years old, they grew up in a pagan household, their mother and their mother's roommate are Wiccan, and it sounds like as well as their 15-year-old sister. However, the roommate of the mother tends to be very non-supportive and has some very strong ideas about what Wicca is and isn't, and is very vocal about that. And from what this person is saying, it sounds like when they, the roommate has called their path fake, and said some very unsupportive things that makes it so that they really don't feel safe in their home life, in terms of being able to express what's going on for them spiritually and in their practice and their path. So they ask if we have any advice on combating that, and that's their words. So on this channel, we've talked a little bit before about dealing with home lives in which the family's not pagan, right? In which they're conservative Christians, or you have a spouse who's a different religion, or something like that. But we haven't really touched on dealing with people within the pagan community being non-accepting. And so it's a little bit different, but at the same time, I think that the principles really still stick to what we've talked about before in terms of looking at what is important to you as an individual, and remembering that what matters to you in your life is more important than what somebody else thinks should matter in your life. And then also looking at how worth engaging with these people is it to you. From the description, my interpretation of the situation was that this individual has some very toxic behavior, and some of the behavior sounded rather abusive to me, and it probably isn't an intentional thing on their part. It's probably a way of them trying to maintain power, trying to feeling insecure about themselves, and sort of forcing that on other people as a way to try and feel more secure. Being a bully, basically. And that's usually not a conscious process, but it sucks to be on the other end of it. And it sounds like it probably really sucks for the sister as well, because if this individual was, I think, what did they say, they were 9 when she moved in? Let's see, something like that. Yeah, she was 9, so that makes the sister 4. So this person is obviously very important in their lives and has a big role. So it's, without being in your shoes, I can't say do this or do that, but I can say, if it was me, I would really look at seeing, how much do I want to engage with this person? Even though they've been a big part of my life for a long time, are their behaviors towards me helping or hindering me? Do they make me feel good? Do they not? How does it feel to be me around this person? And are they worth it? And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but are they really worth continuing to engage in? If this person was your mother, this person was your sister, it might be different for you. But if they're not, even though they have been part of your life for a very long time, it might be time to back away from that and let go. And it sounds like it might be really painful because it's home, right? You're in college, you're going to you're living in the dorms, but you're still going home, and that stress and tension of trying to separate yourself from that, and yet it still is your place of safety and where you're from. So it seems like it could be a really beautiful opportunity for self-growth. As I started to mention before, it seems like the sister and the mother still being there and you wanting to have the relationship with them there might be kind of the trickiest part, and it might need to happen outside the home. It might need to be, let's go on, let's go have some mother-daughter time outside the home, and that's when you talk about some of the spiritual stuff that you want to talk about. And doing that for the sister too, because the sister probably has it harder than you do, because you get to remove yourself, have this entirely different life at college and away with supportive, it sounds like you've got really supportive friends and a community, where the sister probably doesn't have that if she's being told at the dinner table that, like, oh no, her friend couldn't possibly be pagan because they're, or wiccan, excuse me, because they're talking about it. So it's a hard one. I would invite you to consider that it might be a toxic or abusive situation, that might be time to step out of a little bit and try and find the parts that are important to you and cultivate those while letting go of the relationship with this more confrontational and toxic behaving individual. So that's my 2 pieces on it. It's a hard one to talk about, to ever give anybody advice, because you're not in their shoes, and especially when it's a text format. But, I really wish the best for you, and it sounds like you've got a lot of awesome things going for you. So good luck. Take care.